hello, and thank you for joining us for another update on MarkTwainZephyr.com, also our Facebook and Twitter pages at Mark Twain Zephyr. I'm Robert Tabor, Director of Passenger Development for the Wisconsin Great Northern Railroad, and we are coming to you live. It's just after 2 o'clock on this Sunday afternoon, September the 26th. And we're not at the Wisconsin Great Northern Railroad this week. We are at the Barron County Model Railroad Club show at Cedar Mall in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. And we got a lot of exciting exhibits here we're going to show you in just a little bit. Lots of different layouts and vendors and everything. So we have also at the Wisconsin Great Northern booth where we're signing books and talking all about the Mark Twain Zephyr. So we'll check out some of the layouts and some of the fun things here at the Model Railroad Show in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. But first, let's get an update, most importantly, on the Mark Twain Zephyr. And Bob is joining us from the kitchen of the Huckleberry Finn, and that is where a lot of the stoves are in. We have some of the hot plates connected, and more of the stainless steel and all that is up. So let's send it to our pre-recorded update with Bob from the Wisconsin Great Northern.
Just as we said last week, we got everything is wired in and running. We now have our steam table is in there.
Oh, look at that. Did you have to cut a hole for that then? Or?
Actually, this was a tabletop. We took the legs off and screwed it to these two. I mean, there's, out of the actual table that was purchased, there's probably about 15% of the table left. Legs are gone, shelf is gone.
Oh.
We just cut a hole in it and dropped it in. It's, we're so limited on space because generally they go this way, and a steam table will come out to here, and us larger guys can't fit through small passages like that. So you might want.
What do you mean us?
You might
what do you mean us?
You might want to film from back there.
Oh, all right. Us. Wow.
And I think the cooktops were in last time when we were in here.
I think they weren't attached. I think you just had the whole built.
Yeah,
but now
actually, the ovens are running right now, burning off.
Really? Let's take a look at those if we can. Here's Phil. It's Phil's birthday.
Yes, it's Phil's birthday.
Happy birthday, Phil.
Phil, 65 today.
Oh.
Phil's been bending stuff and all of this. And
so these are the ovens that we'll be using to cook all.
Put your hand in there. Oh. Tell me what the temperature is.
Oh, it's melting the camera. Look at that.
That's just burning them off.
Nice.
So, dishwasher is in.
So you'll have two of them to cook.
Dishwasher is in.
Look at that.
So you're off the hook.
Yes. Wow.
Next week we really got to polish up the counters, all the existing cabinets here. Get the sinks all polished out. I'm going to start working on the holding tank, the water tank underneath, water heater, and the pump and all of that. There's a couple more walls that need to have some stainless on.
Okay, so this will be all stainless.
This is all new back. That's stainless, Robert.
That is, yes.
Yes. The extended ducts are in for the air conditioning system. You got to get some cool air down here by the cook.
Yes.
But this is all new. Phil made you got to bend over, Robert. We got little intakes for air.
Look at that.
Above each burner and over the top of the steam table.
Wow.
And it comes down here, and I mean, everything is custom made just for here. Got draws into here and then over into that exhaust that was made.
Wow.
Wow.
All in a week.
All in a week.
Okay, so next week we get to get dirty again and go underneath the train, and we're going to be talking holding tanks and.
Well, for the water, it's once it gets going, it'll get going pretty quick.
Okay.
There's all of them wires that were pulled. I mean, everything had to get wired into the panel in the back, and.
So that's what we'll get to see. You're going to make me crawl underneath the train again next week.
Don't worry, I'll hold the phone for you.
Oh, all right.
We don't want Robbie to get dirty.
That's right. All right, thanks a lot, Bob. From aboard the Huckleberry Finn, where a lot of hard work has gone on in the last week, and it sounds like we have a lot going on the week ahead. If you're just joining us, we are live from the Barron County Model Railroad Club show at Cedar Mall in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Earlier today we had a chance to sit down and do a tape-recorded interview with Tom Whitt, who is the president of the Burlington Route Historical Society, who's preparing for their convention in St. Louis, where a bunch of Burlington and Mark Twain Zephyr enthusiasts will be gathered in a couple weeks from now. Let's check in with Tom for that update. Okay, and we're here with Tom, who is the president of the Burlington Route Historical Society. Thanks so much for joining us, our Sunday update. What an honor to have you on this weekend. And you are busy preparing for the Burlington Route Historical Society, the convention coming up in St. Louis. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about what you have planned?
All right, we have, the convention is October 7th through the 10th. It's being held at the St. Louis Union Station. This convention this year is a joint collaboration with the Missouri Pacific Historical Society, and this is Missouri's bicentennial year. So it's a very special time for Missourians, a very special time for the MOPAC guys. So we've been working over the last year to formulate the meet down in St. Louis. We'll be starting out on Thursday. We'll be having a bus tours going to Gateway Rail Services and Metro East Rail Services. Friday will be a morning trip out to the Museum of Transportation. And then in the afternoon we have a rare mileage trip on the TRRA going on the Wiggins Loop.
Oh, I'd never heard of that. I don't know.
It runs over on the east side of the river, on the Illinois side, so that you can view St. Louis. So that's our trip. We have actually the NRHS is meeting that weekend as well. So there is a trip in the morning for the NRHS guys and a trip in the afternoon for the BRHS MPHS.
Of course,
personnel.
And then backing up, of course, when you go to the Museum of Transportation, you'll have to stop and see the Zephyr engine there, the 9908.
9908, right?
Yeah, the General Pershing Zephyr, so that's exciting. So what else do you have planned for later in the week?
In the evenings, we have 2 clinics an evening on Thursday evening and also on Friday evening. Thursday evening after the clinics, there's also a meet and greet. We're having a cash bar and a little bit of an open bar for those at full registered. They get 2 drink tickets apiece.
Okay.
Saturday, we have business meetings in the morning. At the completion of the business meetings, there'll be a model and photo contest for both organizations. And then starting at 1 o'clock, running through 4 o'clock, there will be a large swap meet.
Nice.
The general public can come to the swap meet. It's $10 a head to get in to the swap meet for the day, for the 4 hours. And then in the evening, we're having our annual banquet and awards ceremony.
Nice. And then is it too late to register, or can people still sign up?
There's still time to register, but it's getting real close to the cutoff time.
And just go to your website then for that.
Go to the website www.burlingtonroute.org, and you'll be able to register online or download a registration form. But we're getting real close to the cutoff time.
And then I guess next year you're headed up our way. Is that right?
Yes, next year we'll be in Duluth, and we have a 4-day event planned there. One of the events will hopefully be a ride on the Mark Twain Zephyr.
Well, I hope so.
And then we're taking a trip.
No pressure.
No pressure, Bob. And then we're also doing a harbor cruise, and we're doing a train ride on the North Shore Scenic Railroad.
Okay. Any other exciting things planned within the organization?
At this point, it's still in the infancy stages, but we had this plan for the COVID year, 2019, and we had to cancel it out. So now we're picking up the reins and going at it again. So there'll be other events that are planned. I just don't know the details on them yet because they haven't been formalized.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom, for the update about the Burlington Route Historical Society Convention that's coming up in just a couple weeks down in St. Louis. Sounds like a fun time will be had by all. Again, just a little bit of time left. If you still want to get in on the convention, make sure you check out the website there and get in on the action. I'm sure they'll have some talk there about the Zephyrs and the Mark Twain Zephyr project and all of that. Well, we couldn't leave here without checking in with the official Barron County Model Train Club layout and getting a quick tour of that. We thank them for hosting us. Let me flip the camera around right here, and let's check in with Stephen Foley. He's a member of the club, and he's going to give us a tour today. Tell us a little bit about the club first.
All right, well, this club was formed, I don't know how far ago, but it's an old club. The layout has stayed mostly the same over those years, with minor adjustments here and there. We actually the vice president actually just added some new ballast to the track.
Oh, okay. Well, do you have to live in Barron County, Wisconsin to be a member?
No, I'm from Washburn.
Oh, okay. So any of the surrounding county. You're from the...
we even got some people from Minneapolis.
Oh, okay. So it's a club open to all of you. Well, take us a tour of your layout, if you don't mind, here.
All right. Well, we might as well just start here and go clockwise.
Perfect.
So we've got our interlocking tower, and over here is our... Not exactly. It's more of a unit staging yard, but it's where we keep our units if we're going to be using them for later when we sign up for different times.
Okay.
So here we can see somebody owns the Bush 4141 on the layout. And we've got a campsite over here in the corner.
Yes, it looks like Washburn County over here. Yes.
Here we have a fair, which is one of the... We're actually pretty known for this little fairground here. Although this Arabian ride isn't working at the moment. Everything else is, though.
Okay.
Over here we have our movie theater that's built in on the layout.
Oh, it looks like the Barron Shatek drive-in movie theater, yeah.
It's just a DVD player under here.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
So, over here we have a KFC and a Burger King.
Ah. The wonderful fast food of Barron County, yes.
And I'm sure you've noticed here so far, but there is a monorail going across this corner of the layout. Now, usually this runs, but it's always been a little problematic. A little. And it hasn't been running at the show so far, but the crossing signals do work with approaching trains. Here we've got our little street full of busy scenes and whatnot. Over here's the playground. Now, I really like this portion because there's a little joke in it.
Okay.
If you look real close at that sandbox, you can see a little brown dot behind the cat.
Yeah.
And the kid is shooing the cat away from the sandbox.
Oh, you mean the litter box. Uh-oh.
Here we have another one of our interlocking towers. And I never really knew if it was construction of a new railroad here or ripping up. Seems to be construction. But it's never gonna get finished. But once an engine passed these signal towers, it's not the point of no return. Basically, if you there is a rail fan up here, but when a train passes through here,
it's little Robert. Yeah. Okay.
If a train goes through here and passes here, you can see that there's a little cut in the rails.
Okay. Yeah.
And the bridge is lifted. It will shut it off.
Oh, okay. Now, is this one person's layout, or is this the club's layout?
This is the club's layout, but it was made by Gene and Trevor Dylan.
Oh, okay.
And they're from Shatek.
Okay. Very cool. Then you have one of our, maybe that's the Namakagon River, I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll just say it is.
Yeah, we'll just say it is.
Is anything running right now, or is he getting, our
friend Kyle,
who
is the club president's son, he's just getting his train set up.
Oh, we're getting a train made up right now. Okay. All right, thanks a lot, Stephen, for that update of the Barron County Model Railroad Club's official layout. I better get back to our Wisconsin Great Northern Railroad booth, which we have right here. We've been selling our Mark Twain Zephyr books and giving people information about the Mark Twain Zephyr here. A lot of people stopped by our booth today and yesterday, so we appreciate that very much. We just have just about less than 2 hours now here at the train show. That wraps up our update here, MarkTwainZephyr.com, also our Facebook, Twitter pages. Thanks so much for joining us on this Sunday, live from the Barron County Model Railroad Show in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. We'll see you back up with another update next Sunday, October the 3rd. Until then, have a great week, everybody, and thanks for everybody who turned out at stop by our booth here at the train show. Thanks so much for joining us for another update on the Mark Twain Zephyr at the Wisconsin Great Northern Railroad. Before you go, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's really easy. Depending on what browser you have, just click on the red subscribe button on the lower right-hand side below the video screen, or perhaps it might be in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This way, you won't miss any of our future updates. For restoration updates throughout the week, head over to MarkTwainZephyr.com and click on the Restoration Updates link. We usually add a few photos during the week. Our next video update will be next Sunday afternoon. And remember, you can stay in touch with us throughout the week 24/7 on social media. We mainly use Facebook at Mark Twain Zephyr. We also occasionally use Twitter at Mark Twain Zephyr as well. Once again, thanks for following us and liking us and supporting the Mark Twain Zephyr restoration effort at the Wisconsin Great Northern Railroad. We'll see you back next Sunday at this time.
Fly